Well, we've got a treat coming up from Ian now, and Ian has you are recording it, aren't you, Ian? So, if you have got to dip in out, or for the people who missed it, there'll be the chance for catch up, as we say. It's just like a television channel, isn't it? So, Ian, do you want to give us a surprise?
Yes, okay. I'm going to share my screen. Things we do when we're bored, even me. If you remember, those of you who a few weeks ago remember my Angel of the North, this is another one of those. I sort of look at things and notice a bit of geometry and so on, and just sort of quietly think about it. So this is one of those. We all fidget, don't we? You remember the fidget spinner?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is how it worked. Then I wondered about crisp packets.
As you do.
As you do. Another popular fidget becomes immediately available when you finish the packet of crisps. Folding the crisp packet down till you can't fold it anymore. And this is usually accompanied by a pint of beer. So the crisp packet starts off like this and finishes like this. There's clearly a bit of geometry involved, and in an idle moment, I decided to look in more detail. So have a look at this schematic diagram. A crisp packet with long side X and short side Y. Okay. We're interested in folding it in 3 along the long axis. So there's the whole crisp packet. Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Folding it into 3 so that side then becomes Y over 3. And this is what the crisp packet then looks like. Okay. Fascinating, isn't it? So why am I doing this? Well, I wondered what the ideal shape of a crisp packet would be for it to fold perfectly. I also wondered whether crisp packets were actually the ideal shape. So note these dimensions. If you're folding the packet again into an L shape, you fold it along the diagonal that straddles the center of the folded strip. And because you're folding that over to there, that distance is still the distance of the edge of the packet, Y over 3. Okay. What do you think of it so far?
It's great.
I could have done with this at school. I was rubbish at that.
So back to the crisp packet. The next fold makes the long length into an L shape with equal legs. So that's one leg and that's another leg. And then if the left leg, this one
complicated,
folds back on itself so that schematically it looks like this. That folds back over to there. And you can see we've introduced another variable Z, which is the length of each leg. So that's the length from there to there. And because it's symmetrical, also from there to there. Okay. So we've got a few variables. They're only letters, don't let them bother you. So next you can fold the bottom leg behind and then over the right leg, tucking it under the triangle. So that one goes up there and then folds down, tucking under the triangle there. So it tucks under that diagonal.
You're using props. You've got a paper clip there.
I have, yes. Well spotted. That was to hold it in place, of course. I chose a black paper clip because I thought
I wouldn't see it.
Not going to notice that.
I see you chose M&S crisps as well.
Therein lies a story, and I'm going so finally took the right leg under the triangle there, and then the rest of it under the triangle there. So he's got it all tucked inside that triangle. And Brian, you are going to like the next bit. So I said the end, or is it? And of course it is the end. Why this and this, okay? If you remember, there's the question of the ideal lengths of X and Y, the size of the crisp packet, and whether crisp packets are the right size for this folding exercise. You can easily work out from the folding that Z, that length, is equal to 2 lots of Y over 3. So Z equals 2Y over 3. From figure 3 and this equation, you can see that for the folding to work exactly, X on side of the crisp packet must equal 2Z and that
Y over 3.
isn't it? Where's this going, you might be wondering. Or you might just put it off, I don't know. So because Z is 2Y over 3, you can write X equals 2 times Y over 3. Or, adding those together, we got 5Y over 3. So we can say for perfect crisp packet folding, X over Y, take the Y down to the bottom, X over 3 equals 1.67. I bet you're glad you joined this morning. But do we have any crisp packets that have this perfect set of dimensions?
What suspenses?
I can hear you all asking that. I've measured a couple of crisp. A standard Walker's crisp packet has X to Y equals 1.27. So that distance over that distance, 1.27. Clearly deficient in the crisp packet folding stakes. And to get it to work, you have to fold it a bit to start with. But, Brian, you can hardly wait for this. How about an M&S crisp? This wonderful crisp packet has, wait for it, an X over Y ratio of 1.61. Almost perfect. So it's not just any old crisp packet.
I don't think this is going to make an advert that they're going to use.
You're way ahead of me, Brian. Tell you what, wouldn't it be good to have M&S about this?
Yeah.
Yes. Right?
Yes.
So I emailed M&S. They were having an off day. There was an exchange of emails, each one becoming more and more
silly.
Really. I'll just give you the last two. After a few email exchanges where they thanked me for my proposal, but weren't happy with it, they came up with this. Hey, sir, madam, thanks for getting in touch with your new idea. We've had a good look into this, and I'm afraid it's not something we plan to do. We do get lots of new suggestions, so please don't take it personally. We're not going ahead with yours this time. Thanks again for getting in touch. If you have any other doubts.
Oh, wow. The door is open.
So what did I do? I looked at that and just thought,
that's hilarious.
why do they think I want to put something in their stores? Could there be 15-year-olds on work? Thank you for your latest reply. I'm amused that you think that every communication has the intent of putting something in your store. It's just a bit of fun to relieve what seems to be an otherwise boring existence. Surely somebody at M&S with an ounce of curiosity will find the simple analysis interesting. I suggest you send my document to your board of directors for a bit of amusement during what must be confusing board meetings. I may even send it myself to show that not all your customers are dull or money grabbing. Maybe they have access to a non-standard reply letter.
Yeah.
Thanks again for your patience, which may even outlast mine. Definitely, it's not a match.
Oh, wonderful.
Well done, Ian. Well done.
So what,
Brilliant.
I love it.
all I can conclude at the moment is that this wasn't just any rejected non-proposal.
Ian, I've told you before, you're an absolute gem.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you, Ian.
If there's anybody new just logged in, they'll wonder what on earth is going on.
Absolutely. 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 Oh, that was brilliant, Ian.
Yeah, it was.
That was super. Well, that deserves a great round of applause. Well done, Ian.
Really, really good.
And they didn't even send you 24 cases of crisps, did they?
Shame.
I live in
Hazel wants to say something, John.
Oh, absolutely wonderful.
When I was teaching maths in postage school, new topics were coming in because making one of the topics we were doing was programming. The past didn't have that. You did the straightforward maths of it, I don't know. But we had problem solving, and places like that would be interested in that and give the kids something to talk about and experiment with. But
I think it'd be quite good fun. It's entirely your decision. Once you've edited your brilliant presentation, I think it'd be great fun to put it on the National U3A Facebook group. I think that'd be really good. This could take off. Actually, we could. We'll have a separate discussion on how you get to be famous. This could actually get thousands of likes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't know about you, but I'm sitting at home and I'm actually almost crying. Really.
Ian shared the idea with me. I thought, well, Ian's gone on a journey of his own. I didn't want to do that, but he shared the idea, and I thought this looks great. But there was just the idea. I haven't seen that presentation, and I was laughing. I really was. It was genius, Ian. Absolute genius.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
as you know, I recorded it. So what I'll do is
Yeah.
put it on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, brilliant.
And can
Brilliant.
I leave it to you, John, to put it wherever?
Well, is there any way you don't want me to put it?
No, I got my name on it. So
I could send it to the Marks and Spencer's Facebook group if you like.
do that. I'd be interested in any.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can hack my way into the staff Facebook group for Marks and Spencer's. That would be interesting.
They're going to have to review their stock of template replies, aren't
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, I was going to show them all of them, but I thought no, that's just too much.
The edited highlights, yeah. In fairness, what you showed, I thought was quite good. You know, it could have been a lot worse. Put it that way. But their reply, your reply to them though was genius. Brilliant.
Lots of template emails, which were unbelievable, really.
Yeah.
Almost as though they hadn't really looked at I sent the Word document. I don't bother to look at it.
Yeah.
Ian, how long ago was it that you sent? You got that. You made the reply to their last one.
Yeah.
Is it still possible they may be pondering how to?
yeah. It's on the agenda for the next board meeting.
A few days ago, so we'll see.
Oh, we live in hope then, John.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not outrageous. How do we follow that? Well, there's an idea, Ian, unless there's anything more you want to add. Is there anything more you want to add to your genius?
Well, thank you very much. I must say, I wasn't expecting such hilarity, but so that was the bonus for me.
Oh, well, I hope we haven't insulted you. I mean, this is terrible. And this man's been working flat out. All we do is laugh.
What I also find, I mean, we haven't found it here this morning, but if you had a bigger audience, a lot bigger, some people would be sitting there going, what?
Yeah.
And I would find that hilarious as well.
But I'll tell you what I particularly loved, Ian, was your presentation, because you played it absolutely straight. Here's a scientist talking.
Yeah.
And I knew I was allowed to laugh because I know you well over the years. But actually, it was played absolutely straight.
Yeah.
And,
And a little way into it, it said, you might
could be a bunch of scientists all sitting there and all very seriously taking notes, you know.
Well, you have to ask John Petty that question, won't you?
Well, absolutely. And Ian, for that wonderful.
Yeah, thank you, Ian.
Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. Lovely.